Welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. Of course, we start off with a very exciting interview here this morning. We are here to speak about those animals that were on the ark. I'm kidding. Those animals that are on Hope Farm. And this morning we are joined with Mr. Davlon Brathwaite and of course Miss Gamali Waldron. Very familiar faces to the Tobago space and of course here at Youth Wednesdays. So we just want to give them a special welcome here this morning.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Right, Davlon gave us a quiet morning there. He's kind of rearing up to give you that excitement that is coming for us to speak about that World Food Day celebration, not that World Food Day that you are aware of, but the World Food Day that is coming out of the Hope Farm located at Hope, Belmont, Tobago. All right, so I'm happy that I got that correct. You know, that Hope Farm was once in my backyard. And I'm very excited to hear about what transformation they would make to that place this morning, right? And of course, Mr. Davlon Brathwaite is here in the capacity of Agriculture Assistant 1 and Ms. Gamali Waldron as a Technical Field Assistant. So again, a special good morning to the both of you. Right, so what is your role on the day? I know I announced to you all as, of course, those roles that are in the THA, as we would see on the jerseys. But what is your role on Open Farm Day?
Right, well, actually it's tomorrow on the 27th.
Right.
Right, and my role is to basically make everyone feel comfortable, to facilitate the schools, to facilitate the adults, you know. There's a lot of things that will be happening. We have the kids zone, we have the petting zoo, we have patrons who are selling animal products and stuff like that. So my role is to make sure that all the hard work that we have been doing in the background, we come together tomorrow and make sure that the public enjoy it.
All right, really happy to hear that, Davlon. Now, mind you, I know Davlon outside of this space, yeah? And I know him as a very quiet individual. So to hear that Davlon will be, you know, really bringing you all into that spirit of farming and that spirit of animals tomorrow is very exciting to hear. And I myself might just pass in just to see Davlon welcome me to the farm. Right, so how about you, Gamali? What is your role tomorrow?
Yes, so definitely, well, you know, I work with children on a regular basis.
Yes.
So I will be there within the children's corner, you know, and ensuring that all the students are engaged in various activities, you know, participating in all the games, answering questions, and just having a grand time.
All right. So I'm assuming that Gamali, though working with the toddlers, okay, so before we get there, Gamali, what are the age groups that are allowed to come to the open day on the farm?
All right, so the age groups that are welcome tomorrow, basically the event is for the general public, right? But obviously we'll have schools coming, you know, parents, teachers, etc., and anyone that just wants to come and experience the event, right? So with regards to schools, we have primary school students, right, from standard 1 to standard 5, and we also have a segment or a section rather for the ECC or preschoolers, right, where they'll be able to interact with some of the farm animals, so like piglets, ducks, and so forth. I don't want to give away too much because, you know, I want to keep it, you know, intriguing. I want people to come out and see what we have to offer tomorrow.
All right. And what are some of, and now you mentioned seeing the ducks and seeing the pigs. I'm assuming that we can't touch the animals.
Of course,
we can't touch the animals. So that brings us to my next question for you all.
Yes.
What activities can we look forward to on a whole at the farm tomorrow?
Right, well, we have a lot of, one of the highlights for tomorrow is the petting zoo.
Yeah.
Right, it's a barn area where you could go into a special room and touch the animals. The smaller animals we are bringing down from the farm, so you can interact with the sheep, the goats, the rabbits, those stuff. You could interact with them. We also have some small games and stuff to play in the kids zone, the children's corner as well. We have the wildlife unit as well. There are some prizes for the biggest school that is there. We have some rabbit hutches to give away, some chicken coops to give away. So it promises to be something that will be exciting and one to remember. One for the books.
Right.
Yes, we're going to put this one in the books.
I think this one is definitely for the books because I heard you mention the type of prizes that would be won.
Yeah.
And it's not the typical, you know, you go to a little fun fair and you walk away with a stuffed animal. I hear in chicken coop.
Yeah.
And I hear that tray where you put your plants in to start growing first before you transplant them into the ground. Would you be giving that as a prize?
It can be possible once there's a desire for it.
Right.
You know,
so I think I'm desiring that tray. So I would like you all to add that to the prizes.
And I must say that our workers on the farm have been working tirelessly, especially today. They've been working extremely hard. So we want to give them that props as well. So tomorrow is a day of to exhale after all the hard work and to see what we at the Division of Food Security and Natural Resources and Environment have been doing, and to show the public that agriculture is still alive in Tobago. And our farm aim is really to show persons what agriculture is about, the practices to do, how the animals are supposed to look, and to get us starting. So if you want to get even after the open day, you want to come at Hope Farm to get a goat, a cow, something to start off your farm, to get the education as well. That's what it really is about. So tomorrow is just a celebration, but the main purpose is to really help farmers to see the groundwork of how to start their farming enterprise.
All right.
That is what we want to do here at Hope Farm.
Okay, so this is a yes or no. Of course, I think the answer is yes, but I'm still going to ask anyway. Is this a way to educate the public about agriculture on a whole? Because you did mention farmers would get to see how things are supposed to actually look on the farm. So would you say that this is an educational venture?
Definitely.
Happy that your question is yes. What exactly would you be educating the young ones about? Because, you know, the older folks, we know what we have an idea of what planting looks like, of what a goat or sheep may look like. Mind you, some farmers really need to work upon feeding their sheep and their goats. I'm seeing ribs on the roadside, but I'm not going to talk about it, right? But what could you tell the students? How could you encourage them to be a part of the agricultural journey here in Tobago, especially about the type of Tobago that we are being geared towards agriculture itself?
Well, to start with, beside the petting zoo, we also have the animal health unit that will be there presently. So they will do more on the medication and the vitamin side, and they also be participating in live demonstration on larger animals of different things like hoof trimming, checking the sex on rabbits and those kind of stuff. So there will be live demonstration for the older ones, the actual farming public, to see hands-on stuff and ask questions, interact with the vets and stuff about their animals that they may have presently. So we have the petting zoo and the kids zone to pick their interest, and then for the older ones, we have actual demonstrations to get the hands-on of what it deals with.
So I'm taking a glance at the flyer in front of me, and there is something that has just piqued my interest. Mind you, I took a look at the flyer before, but I'm hearing about, you know, the practical aspects of these activities, and I'm really very much interested in this Hope Farm Open Day. I'm a foodie. You can see it on my face, right? My cheeks are really big. That's because I need to curb my love of food a little bit. Yeah, but I'm seeing a staff cooking competition.
Wow.
Yes.
Davlon, are you a part of that?
I'll be facilitating everything around, but I will not be in the kitchen. You know, this is something that persons are looking forward to. These are all the sections in the division. We have Louisdor, we have Hope Farm, we have Tractor Pool. Different sections we coming together for that cooking competition. It is a highly anticipated event because it's food.
Of course.
And who doing it the best, and the pickong and that, the camaraderie. It promises to be something that will be amazing. That will be one of the highlights for tomorrow. Right. Tomorrow as well, the general public loves to get eggs. And that is something that we'll be selling as well. We'll be selling sheep. We'll be selling some ducks, pigs, and rabbits. Right. Ms. Waldron will go through some of the sale policies because there are rules. When people hear things to sell and eggs, it gets chaotic. So she's going to go through the rules, the sale policies, so that the public can know. And they say, they didn't tell me this, they didn't say that, and that kind of stuff. So we're going to go through the protocol for tomorrow. For
viewers' interest as well, could you kindly highlight some of those prices? They may be personal. It may be personal to me, but for the viewers especially.
Yes, so definitely, right? So tomorrow, as expected, we will be having an animals on sale, eggs as well. So for the farmers, registered farmers at that, please remember to work with your farmer's registration ID or any form of documentation to prove that you are a registered farmer. Eggs will be sold. Eggs will be sold primarily at 2 dozen per person, $7 each. We have also for the general public as well, we have X layers on sale for per person, $22 each. Rabbits as well. We have, those are for registered farmers, rabbits, ducks, sheep, right, would also be for registered farmers. We are also asking that the registered farmers work with their carriers to remove the animals immediately, right? And please note, for the pigs, whether fatteners or weaners, we are asking you to collect between Monday, December the 1st, and Friday, between the hours of 9 and 2 p.m. Right?
So you're saying if I don't have a farmer's badge, I cannot get my own sheep?
No. The sheep is for the farmers, right?
Because what we want to encourage is farmers. A lot of people buy animals and they cook it on Sunday. You know? So we want to enjoy. we want to ensure the longevity of the animals,
right?
And then you multiply and then you could eat. You know.
Okay.
We want to also encourage that one farmer per batch. And one farmer by one animal. So you're not going to come with one batch and buy a sheep, a duck, a pig, and carry home the whole farm.
Right.
We're saying one farmer, one animal.
Okay.
What everybody can buy is one animal, and then you could get X layers as well. You could buy one animal and eggs as well. But in the animal category, one farmer, one animal.
Right.
One farmer, one animal.
He's really stressing
yes,
on
because it gets hectic at times, and they think that, you bring your mother, father, brother, and your sister, and the whole family work it. So we want to encourage, everybody could enjoy it. And then after the event, we could have a strategic plan where we could have more animals sold to different persons. It's just a sample of what we do at Hope Farm.
Okay. All right. So we want to thank you all so much for being with us here this morning on Youth Wednesdays on Tobago Updates. Of course, we are speaking with Mr. Davlon Brathwaite. That is the Agricultural Assistant 1 for the Hope Farm, and of course Miss Gamali Waldron, Technical Field Assistant. We want to thank you so much for being with us here this morning. I think in my little session I have learned a lot about what you all have to offer, especially that I'm not a farmer, so I can't get a sheep tomorrow, but however you all are engaging for the 3rd time in a row the Hope Farm Open Day, and I want to just I'm wishing you Godspeed in this venture. I think it's a very good one, a very educational one, especially for the students out there who may want to get into agriculture and may not know exactly what they're getting into, right? So to those of you who are planning to go to this Hope Farm Open Day tomorrow, I just want to give you all the details in case you all would have missed it. It takes place on the 27th of November, that is tomorrow, Thursday, at the Hope Farm from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can look forward to livestock for sale, that is to farmers, of course. Farm fresh eggs for sale, $7 for 2 dozens. You can't get that deal anywhere else. Petting zoo and kids zone, staff cooking competition, and greasy pole and greasy pig competitions. So come one, come all to the Hope Farm Open Day. Thank you so much once again for joining us, Davlon. Yes, you could put in your last piece.
One error, we have $7 per dozen. Not 7 dozen? Yes, per dozen, not 7 for 2. But
still, you cannot get that deal anywhere else, right? But thank you so much for correcting me. Please walk with your $14 if you have to get 2 crates of eggs to go home. All right? Okay, thank you so much for joining us, Davlon Gamali. Always a pleasure having you on Tobago Updates. Viewers, we have a lot more in store for you. So before we go, I just encourage you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.